So if you hear elders and politicians, senior politicians in the Southeast region talking about this kind of matter, then you know that they are not joking, especially when you see governors like Rochas Okorocha, who is perhaps the only governor of the APC in the Southeast region, saying more people should come and vote. In fact, he's gone to town to say, you must register for the APC. We need more presence at the center. People will ask, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 citizens of the country, the Southeast, are nowhere to be found. Well, let's get perspectives to this matter now. Joining me here to discuss this matter on the program, and from our Abuja studio as an APC member and a former information commissioner in Edo State, Mr. Kassim Afegbua. Many thanks for coming on the program. Let's begin by what you make of this cloud and the storm that is gathering in the Southeast. One we wonder, this is perhaps because of the 2019 elections, but what do you make of it in the first place?
Well, thank you very much, Sheung, for the opportunity of this interaction. I listened very passionately to distinguished Senator Ken Namani, my good friend, but I am not a supporter of politics of defection to the extent that you want to associate one particular political party to the benefit of the other. With the kind of scenario we have in the country, with the kind of configurations that we have, political alignments here and there, I will expect that we have 2 dominant political parties. And I will preach for that, 2 dominant parties, and not necessarily people defecting to ruling parties at every point in time for what they call political realignment. You can stay in an opposition party and agitate for whatever you intend to. But to say you must be part and parcel of a ruling party before you realize your political ambition, I think amounts to political laziness. You can fight your cause as an opposition, you can widen your space, you can enhance your chances, and in the final analysis, help to build a strong political platform where people can also test their popularity at elections. So the decision or the position of the former Senate president, even using Kano, Kassim, and all that, one will expect that when he was a Senate president, he should have brought these issues to the front burner and see how far he could go with that. He was in a ruling party before called the PDP. They couldn't alter the geopolitics of local governments. And so I'm wondering why that should be a reason why he's defecting to the APC. Well, as a member of the APC, I'll be happy that I'm receiving big wigs from the Southeast that will also alter the political calculations, before the 2019 elections. But again, for the larger picture of the country, I would prefer that people build strong opposition so that they can put ruling parties on check, so that in the final analysis, whatever promises a ruling party at any point in time makes to the people, those promises will be realized following the kind of opposition and very constructive criticisms coming from the opposition flank.
Mr. Afegbua, you've been in politics for a while now, and when we know that, of course, you have an understanding of just how important the Southeast is in the scheme of things. But presently, some Southeasterners will say that a school of thought that they are marginalized when we look at the politics of the center. If you look at the south of the region, part of the southern Nigeria, and if you look at the stake that the northern part of the country in the APC, the stake they have in the region, and perhaps even the southwest, one would think that though Southeast has only 5 states, but they do not really have a major stake, or they do not have as much presence and dominance in the politics of the APC at the center. But now, do you see that the Southeast could get that, or do you think that they are marginalized?
Well, I don't want to dwell on the politics of marginalization, because they have the right to choose who they prefer in the run-up to the 2015 elections. And essentially, they voted for the PDP candidate. And prior to that, they also functioned very constructively and very fully, in the politics of the PDP. In the 16 years of PDP, the Southeast, participated actively. If you count the number of Senate presidents they produced from the Southeast, I'm sure you'll be having about 5, from 1999 till date. And so, if they couldn't use that to articulate the collective aspirations of the Southeasterners, as it were, I wonder why they feel that coming to take play the back role in APC will give them that opportunity to do so. Like the former Senate President said, that he was a member of NEC of the ruling PDP before. Now, as a member of the APC, is he going to be a member of NEC? Does he have intention to run elections? These are the questions that would naturally agitate our minds. But just like I said, you see, it is because there is no sense of ownership of the country. That is why people tend to see that one section is marginalized. You hear people say, oh, we have juicy position, this one has no juicy position. I don't know what manner of cake we have that we are sharing. If you have sense of ownership of the country and you see somebody from the Southeast as a Nigerian and not a Southeasterner, you see, you will not be talking about the issue of marginalization, the issue of not being aligned properly to the center and what have you. All I know is that I would prefer 2 strong dominant parties in this country for the kind of persons and the peculiarities that flourish in the country, for the kind of configurations that we have, the ethnic consideration and all of that.
Let's quickly look at what may be, quickly, before we move into the northern perspective to the matter of the ruling APC. What could be the effect? Could the votes from the Southeast, if you look at what happened in 2015, how significant or how important is the Southeastern region in the power play on the politics that may determine what could happen in 2019 for the APC?
Thank you, Sheon. You see, every part of this country is important in the political process. Every state, every community, every local government is also important. You need the votes of Nigerians to elect a truly representative president who will represent the wishes and aspirations of the aggregate interests of the entire electorate and by extension Nigerians. Just like I said, you can, as a party, try to expand your membership base by trying to break into the mainstream politics of the Southeast. But what I'm saying is that it is because there is no ownership structure of the country. That's why a particular region will see itself as not being part and parcel of the mainstream politics at the center. We have ministers from the Southeast region who attend all the FEC meetings, who are part and parcel of the decision-making process since Buhari came on stream. And we have senators, we have other lawmakers in the assembly that will also be part and parcel of the lawmaking process. So what I'm saying is that you don't have to even defect to a particular party in the name of try to play mainstream politics for you to draw development to your area. If in our mentality we put under focus the ownership structure of the country. The Southeast is part and parcel of the country. Every state of the Southeast is part and parcel of the country. The northern region is part of the country. Any state that is affected. Look at just the Boko Haram incident that's happening in about a few states, 2-3 states in the northeast. It has kept us on our toes for such a long time. So as far as the country is concerned, I want a situation where we have 2 dominant political parties, one acting as check on the other when the other is a ruling party, and in the event that the opposition becomes a ruling party, just like the APC did, the other should also be acting as check and balances.